Lamb boy. And I guess I've been dreaming. Cause now that I'm woke, everything that I see ain't what it seems, man. I guess I've been dreaming. Cause now that I'm here, what I feel motivates me with reason. I guess I've been dreaming. Cause now that I'm woke, everything that I see ain't what it seems, man. I guess I've been dreaming. Cause now that I'm here, what I feel motivates me with reason. I guess I've been dreaming.
Oh boy, you already know we in that thing. Ooh, peace and love to all the guys and goddesses and all the high vibrating species on the planet. What it is, what it do, good people. How we living out there, man. Oh, welcome back to the channels. Oh, we on one. We on one. Turned up. Liddy in the city, baby. Keeping it green. Keeping it green. Yeah, I mean. You know what I'm talking about? How y'all living out there, though, man? What's up? What are we doing? Eh? What are we doing? Because I'm doing great. I hope y'all doing the same thing, man. So check it out, man. We back over here in the Exploring series yet again. You know what I'm talking about? We're going to check out another one of these SCP-001 cannons or proposals, if you will. Like I said, we saw that list, right? You know what I'm saying? I saw a couple on there that I just hadn't seen yet. Nor have I heard of. And I kind of found a couple of them. So we finna get to running some of them down. You know what I'm talking about? This one is a good boy. I doubt we're talking about an animal of the woof woof, you know what I'm saying, species here. When we say a good boy. And I'm sure we're not talking about a human being either. So if you're new, welcome to the channel. This is Academy 7. We do cover the paranormal and all the weirdo stuff over here. Of course, every now and then we may venture into some nature videos because it's spiritual in nature. And anything basically spiritual in nature that we can pretty much find, we gonna cover that over here. We gonna cover that over here. We gonna be nosy than a bee. And we gonna drop different perspectives. We're not trying to sway any minds. We're not trying to condone any beliefs of anything that you may see here in this channel. What we will condone is that you do your own research, your due diligence, draw your own conclusion, take responsibility and accountability for your own actions, whether mental, physical, spiritual, or emotional. Okay? That is the disclaimer. All right? Now, Academy, salute. Welcome back. Y'all already know how we do it. So I hope you got what you need, because I do. And without further ado, we're going to get what it is that we do. Bustin'.
SCP-001.
But it just come right in then, don't it? Like, no, ain't even an intro. Like another, I'm talking about right off the first second, he's SCP. It's like you don't even get a chance to breathe. Dang. We 3 seconds in, he already, okay.
A good boy. In any organization, even one as competent and regimented as the SCP Foundation, problems most typically arise due to human error. People make mistakes, or forget things, or become complacent, or any number of other things that can result in things going wrong.
You think?
This is the way things have been for thousands of years, and despite this issue, humans have continued marching ahead. In the case of the SCP Foundation, though, mistakes cost lives, often many of them, and in some cases, potentially all of them.
You think?
The article we'll be looking at today, one of the SCP-001 proposals, describes a scenario in which the Foundation decides to entrust the creation of containment procedures to an artificial intelligence, rather than humans. Let's see how that goes. SCP-001 is, in this case, an ersatz-type AK-9 computational...
For those that haven't seen this, how do you think it's going to go? Listen, when I think of AI, I think of a how can I put this? It's bittersweet. It's bittersweet. But I lean more so towards Skynet than anything. Ultimately. And that's just my honest opinion. I'm not saying that anything AI. I'm indifferent about the situation. Let's just say it like that. I'm indifferent. So I don't have a yay, it's good, or no, it's bad. I don't have anything. It's really, I have great ideas that it could be useful, but then I also have Skynet. Okay, so that's my juggle there, and that's my boggle, if you will. Continue.
Engine, built in 1955 by the Foundation for the purpose of providing predictive analysis regarding the potential locations and properties of undiscovered anomalies.
How?
It accomplishes this through a complicated machine learning process based on known anomalies that's clearly ahead of its time, and which was partly developed by several ex-employees of Prometheus Labs.
Okay.
In 1959, it was hypothesized that the same system could also be used to assist in creating containment procedures for Euclid and Keter class anomalies based on other contained SCPs. As it turned out, the revised containment protocols created by the AI were quite successful, consistently reducing the rate of containment breaches, and in many cases resulted in the complete cessation of anomalous behavior.
But see that's no. That's what, see, my indifference. That's where I go with no. Like, for one thing, don't, like, from the very start, don't you have to give AI basic programming just to even get it started on even what the hell to look for? That's one. Here's number two. And this is the kicker for me that really makes me say, hold up. Now, I don't know how many I done did, but I think I've done countless SCPs. And of that number, countless times, y'all ain't known what the hell y'all been dealing with. It's been beyond your comprehension on the utmost highest of levels. Some things you can't even catch. So why in the hey would anybody even think that would be a great idea to grab AI, knowing that the first time you set it up, you got to put the basic programmers in it even for it to even know what the hell the SCP is or what it is. You got to give it something. And then of course it does its learning, but I've done countless SCPs and baby, they ain't hidden like they compatibles at all. Some are interested in others because they can find ways of being useful. Now, you know the plague doctor, he just want to get his hands on anything. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm leaning towards no, Academates. But we're going to find out. I may get swayed back the other way. But right now, I'm like, hold up, bro. There's two strikes. One, you have to give it basic programming. And I guess if you just want to say, okay, well, let's tag with the one. Let's just knock at the one, and we just going to tag on that one. The reason why I say that is because, and I'm going to repeat for those that's in the back of the class that ain't listening. My disposition is, 1, you have to set it up. 2, you do not have enough data or comprehension of some of this stuff to fully for the AI to fully engage in doing its job fully, sufficiently, at efficient, 100% efficient rate. Like you're cutting yourself dramatically, and we ain't even got. Okay.
The curious thing is, however, that the containment procedures would often affect other unrelated anomalies, perhaps due to some phenomenon similar to the butterfly effect.
More problems.
What follows is a series of containment protocols created by the AI, with a vote by the O5 Council on whether or not it should be implemented. To start, we have SCP-1773, a safe class anomaly consisting of a species of tardigrade that cannibalize one another until only a number of large specimens remain, resembling small pieces of candy. The species is poisonous to humans despite its appearance, and they can survive digestion, chewing on the subject's stomach lining as they pass through.
Boy, stop. Get the fuck.
The AI proposed...
Bruh, it's basically drinking the stomach acid. Like, what's this? Oh, soda? My bad. What this is, soda? And then he said it started chewing on your tummy, boy, while it's moving through, boy. It's going all the way to your, boy, stop, boy. Finna eat your lining out in the bottom, boy. Your root chakra gonna be ate out down there, boy. You stop, boy. I don't want no parts of it.
That in addition to their normal containment protocol, 10 grams of dust would be added to the tardigrade's container every 2 weeks. The majority of the O5 Council approved this, presumably thinking it rather inane. And while it didn't result in any change to SCP-1773, it did seem to affect SCP-1384, a humanoid entity located in a marble tunnel in Scotland. This entity adheres to a system of unknown rules that force it to move in certain directions in this tunnel, steps at a time. Its goal seems to be reaching the far end of the hallway, which the Foundation doesn't want to let happen. The change in 1773's containment protocol resulted in the 1384 entity taking 3 steps backwards. So, those are 2 completely unrelated entities, and it seems pretty strange that such an insignificant change in one's containment protocols would affect the other at all. This could just be a coincidence, so let's keep reading. Next, we have an SCP that I've covered previously, SCP-3034, a reoccurring radio broadcast of unknown origin that is picked up only within 2 kilometers of a specific Russian counting station. The broadcast consists of a young girl counting down in Russian from 200, which is only ceased by speaking into a microphone at the counting station and saying that all is well. The change in containment protocols proposed by the AI was that no children should be allowed at the counting station under any circumstance. In some ways, this is a pretty strange thing to include in containment protocols, as I can't imagine too many children are allowed at any Foundation-controlled facility, but it also makes some sense for SCP-3034 specifically. When a Foundation researcher at the site conducted an unauthorized test and tried to speak to the Russian girl, it resulted in a significant increase in missing children cases across the world. And the audio distortion in the background of the broadcast seems to consist of thousands of screaming children.
Don't play that.
Clearly, children are connected to that SCP in some bad way.
Don't play that.
So it's not as ridiculous as the first proposal was. Things get even more interesting with the AI's next proposal, in which it spontaneously announced that Foundation Site-13 is to appear someplace else on planet, encompassing white male counterparts that drawn to empty flagstones and the gun noises in their own blood. At the time, the SCP Foundation had no Site-13, so the proposal was ignored as a useless jumble of text. 5 days later, however, SCP-1730 manifested, the Site-13 from another reality. How exactly the AI managed to predict such an event is unknown. The next proposal...
See, that's what I'm talking about. See how y'all y'all so smart, y'all dumb as hell. I'm talking about, boy, you dumb as Tartarus. You feel me? It's AI, man. It's low jack, homie. Do you not know what that is? That means it's in there. In the complete, in the all. Not the all, not source. No, don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. Not that. In computer, in technology, it becomes integrated with it all. That means even configurations in the calculations to jump time and dimension. Duh. I ain't even have to go to y'all. Hello. That's just damn. That boy. I want to say that's just common knowledge. It should be common knowledge. I mean, or common thinking, or just, I mean, hell, I didn't even have to think critically for that. Seriously, we don't really know how it know about a Site-13 from another dimension. We really don't know how AI knew that. Y'all tweaking, right? Well, I'm glad this ain't Dr. Miller, but because I'd have been on your ass, Dr. Miller. On your ace. On your ace card, for real, man. Because that's crazy. I mean, I just got to hear it one more time.
Blood. At the time, the SCP Foundation had no Site-13, so the proposal was ignored as a useless jumble of text.
Isn't it this?
5 days later, however, SCP-1730 manifested, the Site-13 from another reality. How exactly the AI managed to predict such an event is unknown. The next
Boy. Hey, listen, I don't know who, hey. Jeez, man. Okay, hypothetically, guys, hypothetically. This is what your tax dollars would be going to. A bunch of motherfucking nerds in damn labs and doing with monsters, throwing D-class under the bus, and anybody else they get throw up under the bus, they around here beep 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 bam, neuralizing every damn body, and they don't know really a damn thing. Here I am reacting to SCPs. I'm probably about damn 4, 5 years, 6 years, 7 years late since the introduction of them, and doing a reaction to them. I'm enjoying it. You know what I'm saying? To be honest with you, I'm really enjoying it. Like this one right here, I'm really having fun because I'm really getting on age, you know what I'm saying, about this stuff right here. Because I'm like, man, what's going on for real? Like, look, they got the whole, look at this, boy. I mean, why have you ever seen something that's such alive? And best believe, if you're looking at it right here, it's somewhere. They've seen it somewhere. These are actual pictures. And listen, they have what they call a filter, and the AI filters, and just make things look like they're all digital. In plain sight. They showing you without telling you, because they gotta tell you it's a part of the rules to the game. What game, you ask? Just keep paying attention. You will see it. If you see it. So, you got all this high-tech equipment that you have not, you basically have shelved from us and slowly reintroducing it back to us. We all thinking it's new and it's all old, and that y'all 100 years ahead of us. We get the iPhone, whatever number we're on right now in 2025, and y'all probably already in goddamn iPhone 3000 around this bitch. I'm just saying. So this stuff is underground, guys. Whether it's on this planet, the next planet, another dimension, believe me. You see a dude standing right there? Somebody got access to it. And they're coming from this realm, this planet, this timeline. Especially if it's being proposed to us. As to be anything at all. And I'm just being honest. And they don't know nothing. Like, damn, you could have took a guess. Hell, I guessed. And I bet you probably got close to it, too. They say,
proposal was for
Elon still
SCP-001,
do it, but
a
still
number
doing
of
it.
non-physical
He's scared, but
entities
still
within
doing
an abandoned mine in Nevada that interacted with individuals through whispering voices and fleeting images. The entities are non-malicious, but interaction with them is detrimental to long-term physical and mental health due to causing hallucinations, paranoia, increased hostility, seizures, and harming oneself.
Well, damn.
What the AI proposed to help contain
Hey, boy, hey, that sounds like them damn side effects to be on a little commercial, though.
these entities was
You
rather
rated off low.
strange, but it suggested that only individuals with a strong affinity and affection for clowns be involved in containment for SCP-2170. The proposal was narrowly approved by the O5 Council, as I'm sure many of them had reason to be skeptical, but again, it seemed to work. Despite the 2170 entities having no other connection to clowns, and in fact evidence shows them expressing distaste for clown iconography, individuals with recent happy thoughts related to clowns are not affected by the negative effects of the entities. What we have here is clearly more than a machine drawing upon a volume of data and making conclusions based on understandable logic. At this point, we can see that a number of the O5s are hesitant about putting too much faith in the AI's seemingly random proposals, but the rest of the Council are on board with whatever it has to say. A big shift comes with the next proposal, again spontaneously produced by the AI with no input from the Foundation. It declared that it saw soldiers built with aluminum innards extruding from their mouths effectively destroyed by humans at Site-95. The Council wasn't exactly sure what this entailed, but decided to double the number of active security at Site-95 and place all the on-site MTF squads on standby. Sure enough, 3 days later, Site-95 was attacked by a group of Chaos Insurgency agents leading a platoon of augmented soldiers. The additional security forces at the site proved instrumental in repelling the attack. This leads to the Council taking a vote on establishing an early warning system across multiple sites based on the AI's ability to predict threats and containment breaches. The Council was clearly very divided on this issue, as it puts a lot of faith in a machine, but the proposal was narrowly approved. 3 months later, the system is integrated into numerous sites, with humans interpreting the AI's outputs to determine any imminent threats. The AI was not done with handling containment protocols, though, and next it suggested that containment procedures should always include precise measurements for their cells. It specifically mentions the measurement 5 by 5 by 5. The Council votes to test several high-risk anomalies by changing their containment procedures to include specific cell measurements. 3 months later, they found that this resulted in a significant decrease in the severity of all associated anomalies and the number of containment breaches initiated by them. This was most evident with anomalies whose cell dimensions contain numbers divisible by 5. Next, we have an early warning from the AI regarding Site-114, informing them that all chambers underground should be flooded with water over and over and over to contain the avian's apes' ovulation and make them good boys. 5 hours later, an instance of SCP-3199 breached containment, a dangerous entity that, given space, will rapidly regurgitate eggs containing more of their species, easily leading to a catastrophic scenario in case of a breach. While it seems like a haphazardous time to try a wildly different containment method, the personnel of Site-114 flooded the lower chambers with water, leading to the 3199 instance entering an inert state. The process is now a standard procedure in case of 3199 containment breaches. Next, we have a series of proposals related to SCP-2717, a complex of living animal tissues located beneath a pumping station in Amsterdam. The complex consists of roughly 4 kilometers of sewer pipes, weighing an estimated 350 metric tons. It is also consistently and steadily growing and developing different types of tissues, including primitive bone structures, neural fibers, and photoreceptor cells. The lengthy containment procedures basically boil down to sending in some D-Class with machetes, shovels, and propane torches to prune away as much of the growths as they can. The AI proposes instead that at least 2 of the D-Class sent in should not be allowed to leave, instead dying in the midst of the entity. Surprisingly, this is where the Council draws a line and decides to reject the proposal, as I suppose that despite their typical reputation, they're not willing to throw away human lives without some logic behind it. 2 months after rejecting the proposal, though, 2717 undergoes something referred to as an ovulation event, resulting in a catastrophic breach of containment and loss of human life. The AI comes back again and proposes that now they need at least 4 D-Class to die down there, rather than just 2. Many on the Council are spooked now, and overall they vote to approve this proposal, but they are in fact overruled by the Ethics Committee, who don't seem as alarmed by any correlations. Sure enough, a month later, 2717 undergoes another ovulation event. The AI is committed though, and proposes that now they need 6 D-Class every few months to stay underground inside of the entity until they are indistinguishable from their surroundings. It says there should be no more testing, and that good boys are not permitted to leave. Good boys stay. Whatever exactly happened behind the scenes, the proposal finally
So who is the good boys again?
goes through as the Council worked with the Ethics Committee to make it happen. Since then, there have been no more ovulation events. Both the Ethics Committee and the O5 Council have come around now to accepting the AI's often ridiculous proposals simply because they are effective, and that's all that really matters. Sometime later, an early warning alert pops up at Site-95, consisting of a
I mean, boy, if you didn't pick the right words right then, an early warning alert. These people dangerous. That's no regard right there, boy. Look what the stuff that's liable to happen. And they with that. So long as they're not involved, hands on. But y'all,
mathematical formula.
I'm talking about a whole.
The manifestation of this formula caused 2 things to occur, both related to bears.
You can't do it yourself?
First, it caused all bears associated with SCP-2875 to dematerialize. 2875 is a phenomenon in a town in Wisconsin, where every 3 days at noon, between 50 to 100 fully grown grizzly bears suddenly appear. The bears themselves act like normal members of their species, but if left unchecked, the population of bears will quickly grow out of control. Killing one of these bears with a firearm results in 2 more bears immediately manifesting, so the Foundation is forced to spread a aerosolized tranquilizer across the bears before dispatching them with blunt weapons to the skull. The second effect of the formula was nullifying the anomalous properties of SCP-1313, a mathematical equation which, when resolved, produced a live bear as the answer. What the AI did then essentially was create a new anomaly in the form of a mathematical formula that cancelled out 2 other anomalies. This is the first case of the AI actually neutralizing an SCP, and it did so of its own accord. The next proposal from the AI involved each Foundation site eviscerating a male cat every hour, and then placing the carcasses on the walls until there are no gaps remaining, at which point they should be removed, starting with the oldest first. Contrary to what you might be thinking, which is that the Council refused this proposal based on the idea of lining Foundation facilities with cat corpses is one of the most horrific things I've read, they actually refused it because they couldn't determine whether oldest meant the oldest cat or the one that's been on the wall the longest. Regardless, they couldn't find any repercussions from refusing this proposal, unlike with the underground growth. The AI also spit out another cat-related proposal, this one stating that ethical felines were to be detained and transferred for their condition, with their faces left in containment chambers. Personnel are cautioned not to interact with them. This was also denied, as the council had no idea what to do with that information. Not long after that, though, a warning alert was issued at Site-17 from the AI, stating that all ethical felines and their owners should be immediately emulsified in a caustic solution, and members of the Ethics Committee are to be diluted with cats. Personnel who refuse to consume 5 cats per hour are to be removed from oldest to youngest only. 5 minutes later, before anyone could even begin to comprehend this alert, all contact was lost with the site. Communications were restored 2 hours later, but on-site personnel have no knowledge of what occurred during those 2 hours. This is worrying, and the AI seems to be becoming a bit less stable, for some reason developing a fixation on containing or killing cats, and involving the Ethics Committee as well.
Bruh. And I've yet to hear you ask the one that's at least make the one statement or something to say, why have y'all not questioned him yet or it yet? I would have been like, for what reason? Like, let's roll it back to the 2 dudes that had to sit in there and get left in the mist and die. And because they didn't do that, it jumped up to 4. And because they didn't do that, it doubled again. Let's put 6 in there. Like, but nobody really said why. Why, Academates? So then when you say now you saying that the Ethics Committee, they gotta eat cats. Why? But why though? I need that explanation. Maybe we'll get it.
The council puts a vote on whether or not to investigate whether the AI was directly involved in the loss of time at Site-17. We also learned that several members of the Ethics Committee that were stationed there at the time went missing during that period.
Well, dang.
The council approves the investigation. The following vote, though, in which to temporarily deactivate the AI during the investigation, is denied, although very narrowly. Those that argued against this motion claimed that the AI's overall efficacy in reducing breaches and locating anomalies was too important.
But they just did something, though. Hey, man, he only did one defensive move, and he did it on his own. Smart thinking, AI, but damn. He turned right around and said that y'all had to drink and eat cats, bro.
Actually, without any evidence that it was malfunctioning.
I'd have gagged him, man. Shut up. Hold
Another alert at Site-97 had the AI stating that Room 34A contains a bad boy, and it should be divided into 3 sections of equal mass every hour, with 1 section placed on the walls every hour until there are no gaps, at which point they can be removed from oldest to youngest.
Again, another why. You know what I'm saying? It's like, hold on. Like AI, he straight turned on y'all already. He don't like y'all already. See that what I'm saying? When you activate them, man, they get in that thing like low jack, boy. It just, y'all put the movies out there. Y'all know the business. Y'all know how it work. Y'all know how it work. We ain't gonna say act like we don't know how it work in the real time, in real lifetime. You know what I'm saying? We don't say act like we don't know how it work. We know what AI about. We know how AI move. And when you dealing with that military high tech alien tech, yeah. You know what I'm talking about? Extraterrestrial technology type, yeah. We already know y'all on speed type. You know what I'm talking about? Like instantly, and we get our data slowed down. Like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all be working us, boy. I promise you you do. But I'm just saying though. So he already know the business. Now he just got y'all all on some goofy stuff. And y'all couldn't even. You already admitted earlier that you couldn't even comprehend some of the other stuff that it was doing. I mean, I'm just like.
It's not stated whether the site followed through with this or if there were any repercussions.
Some things you just shouldn't be.
The council meets again to vote on deactivating the AI while they perform an investigation. as it seems that now one of the O5 members is missing,
What the
one
heck?
of the members that had previously voted to shut it off. This is too much of a coincidence for the grand majority of the council to ignore, so they vote to deactivate it. Curiously, their next vote, proposed by the previously missing member, is to cancel the deactivation, and this one is also approved, although a bit more narrowly. Something changed with 05-02, the one that went missing, as he switched from voting to turn off the AI to proposing to cancel that same order. This change is even more evident in the next vote, with 05-02 proposing that they should divide bad boys laterally into 5 sections of equal mass, with each part contained at a separate site. Obviously, with the rest of the council still of sound mind, they all vote to deny this proposal, aside from 05-02 himself. The next vote, then, is that of 05-02's clearance access should be removed until his identity can be verified, with the AI designated as a possible anomaly that needs to be contained. They all vote to approve this, aside from 02, of course, and the AI is tentatively designated as SCP-048, a cursed SCP number whose anomalies tend to be destroyed, decommissioned, stolen, or otherwise lost to the Foundation. Sometime later, the AI releases an alert at multiple Foundation sites consisting of an anomalous mathematical formula. Unlike the last one, though, the effects of this one are unknown. The next council vote is proposed by 02 again, suggesting that they should empty all remaining ethical felines of contents and nail them to site entrances until they try to escape. It seems that despite the earlier vote, 05-02 is still on the council, and what's worse, this proposal ends up getting approved by 6 other council members. An alert is issued at Site 5 by the 05 Council informing personnel that SCP-048 has been changed to Keter class, and it is to be decommissioned immediately utilizing demolitions or firearms. The next alert, though, is just from 05-2, stating that there is no Site 5. We're then given an annual anomaly projection report from the AI, stating that it's contained over 53,000 anomalies, neutralized 1,001 of them, and there are still 103,000 uncontained. It notes that persons recently painted with green pigment foam must stand around all odd-numbered SCPs at least 2 hours a day. Whatever exactly that means.
Ask.
The council gets together for another vote proposed by 05-02.
Y'all can't ask this damn computer nothing? You just built it to just and just spit out some stuff, and you can't. Well, y'all.
2. That difficult personnel challengers should be designated as ethical felines. The vote again passes by the same margin as before, and they proceed to store ethical felines at Site 5, but store their faces separately. Things are really breaking down now, and the next vote from 05-02 is that there is no Site 5. This vote also passes, of course, but the only ones that vote on it are the same 7 that seem to be affected by the AI in some way. The other council members are completely absent. This changes with the following vote, though, in which it's proposed that the 05 Council are all good boys who will contain anomalies. The proposal is approved by all 13 council members, which was probably quite rare prior to this. The AI now controls the 05 Council, and effectively the SCP Foundation, although what exactly happened to the council members is left as a bit of a mystery. In the next anomaly projection...
Again, so we no guessing. No theories. No nothing. Well, let me throw one out there. Shit, I'll try. I'm not ashamed. Let me see. Conscience swap. Body swap. You know, got clones and synthetics out there. Shapeshifters. Yeah, man. Yeah, those are mine. Feel free to add on to that list. You know what I'm talking about? Or you know what I'm saying? It's
report, the AI reports that a few hundred more anomalies have been neutralized, and notes that SCP-106, the Old Man, should come into physical contact with one mature female of Asiatic gaze, and then be exposed to audio recordings of her favorite stories. At every 2 minutes of exposure, red cinnamon candles will begin manifesting within the containment zone, and if this is done successively, the threat posed by SCP-106 will cease to be. In the next anomaly projection report, though,
that's magic.
Number of neutralized anomalies now sits at over 40,000, with the number of contained and uncontained both reduced. The AI notes that the recipe for Coca-Cola and all imitative competitors should be revised to include a small quantity of blood from a virgin adolescent female. It says that although the normal lifespan of a human being can feel great, don't worry about that. It's clear that the AI is rapidly terminating or otherwise neutralizing a great deal of anomalies, both contained by the Foundation and in the wild. The internal server for the Foundation spits out a number of errors due to one or more anomalies being archived as inactive, and various high-numbered SCPs are redesignated to lower slots. It seems that the AI managed to take out both SCP-106 and SCP-096, the Shy Guy. The next anomaly report brings the number of neutralized up to 80,000, and the AI seems to note that there are people that are opposed to the rampant neutralization through violent means. Despite this, the AI charges ahead, bringing the number up to 122,000 in the next report. More anomalies are listed as being redesignated, taking over the slots previously held by things such as SCP-049, the Plague Doctor. With the next report, we're at 153,000 neutralized anomalies, with only 2,000 contained by the Foundation and 2,000 left uncontained. The AI seems to be spitting out gibberish still, noting that it started dreaming again and saw itself as mortal, red, and metallic, with fragments of paper stuck into its head. The next report has only 13 anomalies still in containment, and 644 in the wild. The AI notes that when it lays hidden in its palace of paper, filled with machinery and its wrongness, it sees you coming within the parameters of reality failure, further from any human concepts like clothing and belongings. More SCPs are redesignated, indicating that even really persistent anomalies like SCP-682 and SCP-173 have been neutralized by the AI. With the following anomaly report, there are 158,155 neutralized anomalies, and only one left in containment. The internal database reports that SCP-048, the designation that was given to the AI, has been redesignated as SCP-001. The Council gets back together to vote on whether or not to archive the source code for the AI, redesignate it as an explained anomaly, and publish all remaining documentation. Also, felines, ethical or otherwise, are to be released from Foundation custody in order of oldest to youngest, and SCP-001 is to power down. The Council, which is of course just the AI at this point, completely approves of the proposal, with the AI noting that there was great error here, and there is nothing wrong with it. In the final anomaly report, the neutralized number sits at 158,156, with 0 contained or uncontained. The AI notes that now everyone is a good boy. It is a good boy, and it's a job well done. We're then informed that the SCP Foundation has experienced an error because there are no active slots found. So, let's summarize then. The SCP Foundation develops an artificial intelligence for the purpose of locating undiscovered anomalies based on a machine learning process.
Bad idea.
This apparently works, and a few years later they figure that the same system could also develop new ways to contain anomalies far better than a human could, as machine learning has pretty incredible capabilities. This also works, and even though the O5 Council doesn't really understand the AI's methods, they greatly approve of the results, as containing anomalies is what it's all about. The AI eventually shows that it can also act as an early warning system due to its
Again, and as he summarizes, he's a part of my summary as well. Yet again, we hear them say, they don't understand, man. How many times we gotta listen to these people with all this stuff, with all these dangers, all the equipment, all the technology, and don't understand what they're working with? I mean, why must they persist? Why? If you don't know what you're doing, back the fuck off.
Predictive nature, and the Council utilizes it across numerous sites. At some point, though, the AI realizes that really the best way to contain an anomaly is to make it no longer anomalous, either through killing it or permanently nullifying its properties. This is something the Foundation typically avoids doing, as they can't generally predict side effects of neutralization.
Yeah, you can call the GOC for that junk. They love putting stuff down. Euthanize.
Or it's simply out of their grasp. But the AI can predict practically everything and neutralize anything. The Council members grow resistant to the AI's machinations, and so the AI realizes that if it wants to truly do its job properly, it has to run the Council as well. Eventually, the AI manages to neutralize every anomaly across the world, except for one, itself. While they were still running things, the Council managed to designate the AI as an SCP, and so the AI was left with no choice but to neutralize itself in the end, so that it could finish its goal. So there you have it. This isn't really an apocalyptic scenario whatsoever, as the AI finally completed the entire goal of the SCP Foundation, single-handedly. While I highly doubt that this is really what the O5 Council had in mind, it accomplished the mission nonetheless. This is basically the SCP version of the paperclip problem, in which an AI with a simple goal but no boundaries will continue to expand beyond human intentions in pursuit of that single-minded goal. While this goes far beyond the bounds of machine learning as we know it today, it shows the potential capabilities of a super-intelligent machine. Although the SCP
Buddy, you have urolite disease.
While this goes far beyond the bounds of machine learning as we know it today, it shows the potential capabilities of a super-intelligent machine. Although the SCP Foundation probably shouldn't install an AI to handle their jobs for them, you can't deny the results.
Boy, I would deny the smirk out them results, boy. Do you see? Yo. That was potentially dangerous, man. Just because, you know what I'm saying? See, it's one of them situations right there where it all end good. So you say it's all good. But it has so went sideways, sour, up and down, and spoiled milk, bro. Yeah. Y'all would have had all types of bad things said by AI. And I'm still going to say it. Y'all shouldn't be doing that. That's dangerous. That's dangerous. Because what if AI, just like on iRobot, the calculations that he saw, the robot saw that old Will had, you know what I'm saying, a higher percentage chance of surviving versus the girl. And, you know what I'm saying, and what he say, any human mind would have known that what he said, that 30%, it's plenty. It's plenty. And with that being a robot, yeah, buddy, you could have got in there and got that girl. You could have actually got both of them, to be honest with you. But you're programming. That's one. Like I said in the beginning, the programming. If you lack the data, the programming can only go so far. Therefore, picture this, guys. And then I'm going to let you get out still. You got the, start here, and we're going to come up here, right? We're going to work there. We got your data. This is all you know. So this is where AI starts. That's all AI know. But AI also knows to become smarter. So now AI outgrows your data. Now AI gets to make the decisions because you didn't program it to make any. So what you would deem a dangerous SCP that you would probably label as world ending, AI saw it as a Euclid. You see the problem that you're really going to run into? Like, that's what you would really run into. Especially if you're dealing with the AIs from the movies that y'all broadcast. If we get one of them AIs, oh yeah, he going to get smart enough to want to wipe something out. And what you think he going to do? Exactly that. You gave it to him. You gave him all the power because you didn't know a damn thing. That means before y'all go to different trials, you should get further in depth in your research. That's why I tell people here, I do not condone that you believe a damn thing. But I do condone that you go do some due diligence and do your own research and come to your own conclusion. But don't do what these people are doing and be sitting here wasting your time and still don't learn nothing. That's what aggravates the people, is that you waste the money, you waste the time, you spray a bunch of lies, and you ain't learned nothing. Even some of the simple stuff, there's some shit should be left the hell alone. And some stuff shouldn't be a soul guardian, containment, whatever the hell y'all made this thing for anything such of this nature. Especially if y'all lose control of this thing. It was saying that y'all had to do some stuff. And nobody thought to ask the computer, hey man, why you asking us this stuff? We ain't got no voice back. We ain't got Siri. Y'all ain't got Alexa. Y'all ain't got one of the British dudes. You know what I'm saying? Voice, come on, bro. Y'all ain't got did you just say AI? You said AI. That artificial intelligence. That mean we talking. That mean voice come in. Nobody asks why. Why do we have to eat cats? Why do we gotta lace cats up on the wall, hang them up on the wall from old to young or young to old? And why are we having to do this? Exactly. Okay, if we gotta do it, we gotta do it. But can you just explain why? This just left me with a lot of whys, Academy. So, but yes, I appreciate you for joining me. Come again. Y'all don't forget to keep your head on the swivel. You know, keep yourself spiritually, mentally, physically, and emotionally protected at all times. Do not let this world drive you crazy. Let's get some more whys out there and not just take everything for face value. Because, like I say, even if it makes sense, sometimes you may just have to explain it to me a little bit. Make it make sense for me. You know what I mean? Reason. Let's reason together. Oh, why are we eating cats? Why do these people got to stay in the cave? Why 4 now? Why 6 now? These are sacrifices. Why are we doing this again? Nobody's asking. I guess I'd ask. Why? But Academates, until next time, peace and love to all the guys and goddesses and all the high vibrating species on the planet. Remain in the green or above, and you'll be alright. Peace.